So who are you?
I'm Damon Cortese. I've been a Twitter developer for over 2 years now, built TweetStats and TweetSearch and a whole host of other Twitter apps, and am building more tools in the social media world every day.
We're here at the Twitter Chirp conference, and we're getting around to all the cool developers and seeing what their reactions are to some of the changes that have been happening in the Twitter sphere. So what do you think of the conference, and what are you seeing happen?
I mean, I've been pretty happy so far. I've mostly just been here for Hack Day, and so it's been nice actually meeting a lot of the Twitter developers and talking to them one-on-one and seeing what's actually going on. In terms of the events over the course of the past week or so, the line I've been using is it's essentially the end of the era of the Twitter hacker, and it's time for people to innovate and monetize or move on and do something else, essentially.
And so, are you excited about any of the new features that have been announced here, or what are you looking at doing with your business?
So the company I'm running now is Untitled Startup. It's the crowdsourced startup, and we're all about being open and getting in ideas. So we like that Twitter's definitely being more open, or at least have tried to be over the course of the past 2 days. And I'm psyched definitely about both of the new features they announced. The streaming API changes, those are going to be awesome. And there's a lot of opportunity there to do some fun stuff, as well as the annotations. I mean, that's, you talked about this a while ago with super tweets, right? This is a huge opportunity to be able to add a whole bunch of additional useful information and share it around the Twitter ecosystem. So that's definitely exciting.
That seems to be what really resonated with developers, because now they can think of new things to do with Twitter and shove new data into the annotations. What's happening with this this Twitter startup that you're doing, and why doesn't it have a name yet?
Well, I started it with another co-founder of mine, Aviel, and he's kind of the front-end guy that makes stuff looks pretty. And, really, we're both developers. We've never actually done social media, but we want to build tools for people that do this on a professional basis. So we just kind of admitted defeat and said, all right, we give up. We're going to be Untitled. We don't even know what we're going to call ourselves, never mind what we're going to build for you, but we want to invite people in to help define what needs to be built for them. So for PR and marketing people, social media professionals, all those type of people, like, we're inviting them in. We've built a platform where they can come in and give us ideas and promote their own idea, vote it up or down, provide market research and feedback, and we're using that to try to figure out exactly what it is we're going to build and give to people.
What do you think about the new Twitter ad? They say it's not ads, but the Twitter promote a tweet or tweet promotion.
Promoted tweets, yeah. If it ever goes into my tweet stream, I'm going to be pretty upset. That's my main thing. I mean, that was going to be coming down the day at some point anyway. I like that it's kind of built into search, and I like how companies like Starbucks can run campaigns off of that. And of course, the whole idea of resonance is also nice as well. But it's interesting to see Twitter take the tact of, all right, now we're going to be able to tell you what the ROI of social media is, and we're going to use that to determine what we should charge you. So Twitter, the provider, saying that is kind of interesting, because every social media conference I go to, the #1 question is, oh, what's the ROI of social media? And they're actually going to use this. Right now it's a CPC, but they're going to determine the payment model based on the ROI of resonance, which is a really interesting perspective on it.
This idea of resonance is really interesting. I have to understand it a little bit more, what the algorithm is actually measuring for resonance. Is it clicking? Is it viewing? I don't know how they're going to measure resonance.
Yeah, it's going to be their secret sauce, of course. And I'm sure when they announced that and put up a list of the things they were thinking of making into resonance, there were probably a decent amount of Twitter developers that put their heads down in their hands and started crying because they'd been working on some sort of relevance algorithm or something like that. So that's the big challenge here, is Twitter's making moves. They're starting to become, they're moving off the we're just a platform stage, and they're actually trying to monetize and build something. And yeah, they're going to step on some toes.
Well, it's interesting talking with people who work at big companies. I mean, I work at a big company, and we spend money in the Twitter ad sphere, and the Google ad sphere, and the tech meme ad sphere, right, all over the place. And we're trying to figure out, how do we use these promoted tweets to do something, and when do we use them, and how do we use them? So we need guys like you to explain, here's why you use them, and here's the platform you build underneath, and here's what you can do with the audience.
Yeah, and I'm certain there's going to be a whole host of little Twitter startups that come up around, all right, how do you get the best resonance for your message? So there's going to be rankings, algorithms, and advisors and consultants and all that stuff as well. So yeah, there's going to be another ecosystem built up around that, of course.
Where do we find you on the web or on Twitter?
I'm at Decourt on Twitter, and untitledstartup.com is where we roll.
Very cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.